So going back into the tips again, insider information, get everything in on time. Talk to your instructors that you have to pick one math teacher and one science teacher to do his teacher rec. And if you're in 8th grade or 9th, or let's say you're in 9th grade, you could pick an 8th grader, an 8th grade teacher. So that's fine. I had that question the other day. So if you're currently in 9th, and boy, you really know that that 8th grade science instructor is going to give you a great letter of recommendation, then by all means you could ask them to do it for you. You just need their emails. Let them know ahead of time that you're going to be putting their email and their name in so that they'll be looking for that and maybe even looking in their spam folder. Sometimes those will go in there, so you want them to be aware of that it's going to be coming from Cosmos, UC Cosmos. Okay? Make sure you get their email right, because if after 3 attempts they don't get it, it's going to bounce back to you and say this isn't the right email. So it's an email that they receive, and it gives them a link to go right in and do your recommendation. So don't pick Mr. Smith who thinks you're just a pain. Pick somebody that really knows you and likes you and knows that you do really good work and really knows that you have a passion for math, science, technology, or engineering. So I went ahead and put the questions for you, so you know that ahead. If you didn't go to this open house, you may not know that already. So here's the first question. 100 to 250 words, not very much if you know. That's like a third of a piece of paper. A cluster-specific essay on why you want to attend that cluster. So here's my spiel. I was saying this. Don't just say, I really love watching Discovery Channel. And I think that climate is really important. That's, you know what, that's not going to work. You need to give us some information that's really going to set you apart from other students. But to show passion, show that you're really interested and truly interested in that topic. Okay? The next question is, what excites you about math or science, and why would you want to spend a month in Cosmos? Or describe a project or experience that you worked on that furthered your interest in math or science. And that's a little bit longer, 200 to 300 words. So what we suggest is maybe you just go ahead and do those on a word processing program, cut and paste once. Maybe you've had a couple of people look at it, maybe your parent, your teacher look at it first, and then go ahead and put it into your application. This is great preparation for a college application process. This is like doing a mini college application. And so in some ways, we're trying to train you on that and give you skills on that as well. If you are missing something, if we don't have a teacher recommendation, if we don't have your deposit, we don't have your transcripts, we need to get your official transcripts from your school, then by the deadline, you won't be considered. We have so many applications that we don't have time to try and administratively look through all of that. So we see those things are missing, your application will be tossed out. Same as with college, it's the same thing. So again, it's practice for that. So make sure that everything is there. We will be sending, you will have access once you apply to tell you as we receive things. We mark them off so you can check and see what's been received. Take a look at our frequently asked question page on our website for a better understanding of our program and also answers to some other questions that you may not have had answered today. We are going to have our alumni and parent panels today, so you will be able to ask more specific questions. And don't forget to reply by March 15th. You can't wait till afterwards. I get a lot of people that say, oh, I just heard about it. No. So now I'm going to introduce a couple of really key people to our program that help make our program so great here at UCSD. The first person I'd like to introduce to you is Pat Adams. She is the resident dean at New York College, and she is also our resident dean. And this will be her 6th summer? 5th summer coming in. Okay. And so she's going to talk to you a little bit about the residential life and also another little piece of the puzzle with all of the UC applications. So Pat, thank you.
How was that?
People hearing great.
As Becky said, my name is Pat Adams. Quickly gets abbreviated to Pat DA, which is perfectly fine. And this will be my 5th year at Cosmos as the resident dean. I'm very familiar with residential life. In my other life, I'm the resident dean at your college here at UCSD. I've been here at UCSD in that position for 32 years. I live on campus, I live with students, and so I'm quite familiar with all of the aspects of that. And honestly, I've had a great time working with our Cosmos students and thoroughly enjoyed that experience because it's a bit different from me. Working with high school students is not something that I do all the time, so I thoroughly enjoy each summer. Just to tell you a little bit about our program, as you know, we'll probably have 165 students. We will hire about 16 resident advisors. Resident advisors come in with a great amount of experience. They are all UCSD undergraduate students, generally going into their third and fourth year for the most part. They are, the majority of them, they're all student leaders at UCSD, so they have some kind of experience working with student groups around campus in a variety of different ways. And then most of them, the vast majority of them, are RAs on campus. And so they play that particular role with the first and the second years that live on campus, and then they have that role. We are quite fortunate in that our ratio is 1 RA for every 10 students, and they actually live within the suite with the students. So there's a lot of interaction. We do a lot of education outside of the classroom, and that's quite important. So we run a more or less an educational residential life program. So you saw a lot of the activities that we do. We also do activities that that stem around educational programs, cultural programs, a lot of social things, but there's always a learning component. It may be hidden, so students shouldn't get upset that, oh my goodness, all these programs are really boring. We are very good at kind of integrating a lot of this as you are enjoying yourself throughout the program. So our staff is on. We have a certain level of staff that's on 24/7. I'm here at the program every day as well, and so we really do have a lot of fun, and hopefully students will be able to ask some of our alums about some of the things they did in the residential life program. Let's see. I just want to mention, and just to reiterate what's already been said, I've been reading freshman applications for a number of years now. I'm in the process of doing that right now for incoming freshmen to UCSD. And it always excites me when I see on somebody's application that they've attended a Cosmos program, whether it's ours or any of the other sites. And it is true that we do things on a formula. You get leadership points, you get community service points, and you do get additional points if you've been part of an educational preparation program. And Cosmos is identified as one of those. So there's another kind of bonus perk that you get from being a part of this program as well, if you're going to be applying for a UC program. And I would imagine other programs as well. Just as we accept other programs, other educational programs from other institutions, I would imagine if you applied other places that Cosmos would be recognized in that regard as well. So just to give you a little flavor of what we do, we deal with everything from homesickness to just getting along with people. This is really a time for students who have been away, for the most part, for the first time away from home, and we are prepared for that. We want everybody to have a comfortable living experience, an educational living experience, and to really benefit from not only what goes on in the classroom during the day, but also what we do extracurricularly when classes are out. So we spend a lot of time doing that. I'm quite proud of the staff that we've had. We will have a number of returners as we do every year, and that always says to me that even when our staff returns, that they've enjoyed the program, they've enjoyed working with students, and hopefully have been of benefit to everybody. So I'll be around on our panel to answer specific questions when we get to that point. Thank you.